Okay, thanks for joining my channel again. On this video, I'm actually going to be doing two videos hopefully today. So the first video, what I'll be doing is I'm just going sorting through some of my stuff, doing a couple of ways, see what I have, what's getting ready for processing, stuff like that. Just a quick chat about that, what I've collected up so far, because again, I live in a built up area, so I can't really collect that much at the moment. It's kind of collect, process it, store it and get ready to refine it. So that's going to be the first video, and the second video I'll be taking apart this IBM unit, so just to see what's inside them. So it's a Windows XP model, and I hope to take that apart as well in the next video. So carry on watching this video. So this video I'm going to focus mainly on, as I said, what I've collected up so far, and in the second video I'll upload later. So if you're watching this, have a look and see if the second video has been uploaded yet. If not, hopefully I'll have it up soon. And if you've already watched the second video, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Very important you subscribe. I'm getting my subscribers up there at the moment. As I promised, the more subscribers get, the more videos I'm doing. That's why I'm doing two of them today. Because I didn't get a chance to do one last week. I was hoping to get one done last week, but I didn't get time to do it. So that's what I'm working on today. So I'm going to just do a few ways on this, run through a few of the things I collect up, and the second video then will be the tear down of that IBM unit. So I'm just going to pause the video there and get myself set up. Okay, so I'm ready to start this video. So I mainly collect RAM chips, fingers, pins off the boards, chips off the boards, the processors. I have a few SIM cards, not much. Other gold bearing material that I take off stuff. So just a quick run through some of the stuff. So some of it I've already weighed out from before. So like this here, for instance, these are just these mixed chips. So still with the legs on them, on some of them, so they have to be all, before they go to processing, they'll have to be brought down, take the legs off, move as much of the metal as possible before we go into the processing of them. So that particular box there of chips I had 1750 grams of. Okay, so I just write this down. We'll try and get a total of what I have at the back. So I'll just put down mixed chips. So on that one I said it was 1750 grams. Okay, then these are RAM chips. Okay, so these are off the RAM sticks. So again, two different types of the RAMs I do. So we'll call these the two-sided, and the other ones are the BGA type. So these are what I call two-sided, because the pins on both sides, along here, attaching to the board. So we'll stick them down. So we'll call them, let's put down RAM chips type 2, I'll call them. So that's 1,000 grams of them. I'm sure I have more somewhere else. We'll have a look in a minute. So that's 1,000 grams of them. This is the second type of the RAM chips. So again, as you can see there, these are the little BGA type. So again, any of the BGA types, I have them all put into these, separate them. I like to separate them, I don't know why, it probably makes no difference. Just, I hope it gives me better yield for figures for when I'm doing it, so I can work out if I'm looking at buying the RAM or whatever, I can work out whether it's worth it or not, what type of RAM gives me a bit better gold yield, stuff like that, or are they both the same. So put them down as RAM chip type BGAs. So again, that one there was 2,000 grams. Okay, so again, the next one I'll show you is the exact same. Again, there's the BGAs. So again, another 2,000 of them plus 2,000. Okay, then I have some gold trimmed fingers. So again, these are from RAM, from other stock cards, stuff like that. So again, that's what I like to do. I like to trim them as tight as I can on them. So we'll put them in as trimmed gold fingers. Trimmed gold fingers. So I have a couple of boxes of them. So the first one is 996 grams. The next one is 818 grams. Okay. And the next one is 1,350 grams of them. So 1,350 grams. So if anyone wants to try and who has worked out these, leave a comment on what the yield I should be getting off them, what I should expect to get roughly. I know that yields can vary depending on how good you are at processing them, what type of acids, stuff like that can change it. So now I'm after finding another box of the two-sided RAM. So again, that's another one of them that I have there, 2,000 grams in that. So put that with the other ones, and we'll just add up here. Type 2 plus 2,000 grams. Okay. Now, so I'm going to start getting my scales out now in a minute, because I have a few bit of weighing to do. So just because I haven't weighed up some of the stuff. So my next item I'm going to weigh up will be, I'll just zero that there, is what I have in BGAs at the moment. So these boys here, so your BGA caps, the ones with the little gold in the corner of them. So you have little gold chips in the corner of them. When you open them out, they'll be like that when you take off the take off the black cap off the top, so you can see the gold bonding wire inside of them. So at the moment I haven't really done much on some of them. I separate out, some I haven't. So I'm just going to throw them in here and see how many grams I have at the moment of them. So I know you're meant to separate the black caps from the board. I've started doing some of them, but for this I'll just put everything in that I have here. So the ones that are separated, the ones that aren't separated are all in this pile, just to get a yield on them, or not get a yield, get a weight on them. And again, hopefully later on when I'm doing these, I'll be able to work out my yields. So if you keep watching my channels, hopefully I'll be able to give people a bit more information on yields, stuff like that. So that one there is 703 grams of BGAs at the moment I have. I have more laptops and stuff to take apart. So when I take them apart, hopefully we'll have a bit more added to it. So BGAs 700, and I'll put the black cap. 703 grams of them. Okay, so we have 703 grams of them. Just put them back in their box, and we have some more stuff to weigh. Okay, the other thing I have at the moment would be I have chips that I've taken off mobile phones. So at the moment I'm working on mobile phones. I have a lot of mobile phones to get through. So at the moment I'm working on them. So again, I just take all the chips that I get from the mobile phones and I hold them in stock. So I like to separate them again from the normal chips. So on these I'll put down mobile chips. I have 404 grams of mobile chips at the moment. So mobile chips, 405 grams. So that's not too bad either for mobile phone chips. So hopefully the yield on that, I'll be able to give people a yield so they'll know if it's worth, if mobile chips have a bit more gold in them, less gold per weight compared to we'd say your chips from your computers, or your chips from your laptops, or your chips from other things. I like to just keep the mobile phone ones separate. Some of these mobile phones can be quite expensive, so hopefully that the reason they're expensive is that there's nice gold inside of the chips and the boards and stuff like that. Again, I have a lot of mobile phone boards. I haven't done anything with them today. I've kept them separate. I'll do a weigh of them some other day. But I think I've somewhere, as in the quantity, well over 1,000, maybe 1,500 mobile phone boards that I need to process as well. So hopefully I know the gold is very thin, but hopefully with that number we'll get some nice gold off it. But you can never tell. If anyone has done any mobile phones, come back to me and let me know, so that I can say if my yields are the same, or I'm getting better, or you're getting better. Then we might look at what process I use if I'm getting better, or what process you use, and if yours is getting a better yield. So we'll again help to share information, stuff like that. That'll help us get on with it, you know. So okay, so then again, these again are some mixed chips. So they're just some mixed chips off boards. Not much here in this one, but I'll weigh it up just to get a quantity on it, so we can add it in. So they're mixed chips, and they are 97 grams. So let me just change the mode on that. It's gone down to, actually that's 101 grams. 101 grams of mixed chips. So they were the first ones we'd weighed up. So I have another 101 plus 101. Now I'm just after noticing that was in milliliters. I'm hoping that the last couple of weigh-ins were in grams, but I'll check it back on the video. If they were in milliliters, we can just add a small bit more, but just for today I'll leave it at that. Okay, so that's them. Now then I'm on to my gold pins. So again, just like the like what I do with the chips, I like to separate them out, different types of pins from different devices. So I like to separate them out, whether they're mobile phone, laptop, computer, whatever they are, and that way then at least I can get a better understanding again what quality. So for instance, this one here now is off computers. These are off the little connectors on the computers. So they're nice shiny ones. These hadn't even made it to computers. I managed to get hold of these for, I think it may have been online, or maybe not. I may have got them, I don't know, forget where I got them from, but these had never even actually got to a computer. So they're gold plated pins that have never got to a computer. So again, to get it a little bit of a way out, we'll just use the scales again. So it is in grams this time. So again, these are from computer pins. So that particular jar is 438 grams. So just put down computer pins. Pins 438. So I'll leave it a space because I know I have more of them to do in a second. Now what I hate about when you do this is to get these back into the jars. It takes so long. So I'm going to pause the video there and I'm going to put these back in the jar and we'll go to the next one. Okay, so I've done them pins there from the mobile. So now, or not from the mobile, from the computer. So what I have here then is I have 2 jars of pins that I've taken from mobile phones. So again, I'll just do a quick weigh up of them. We put them both in here. So this is just again all different types of pins, connectors that I've got from the mobile phones, just to get a little sample of what the mobile phone pins are like. Again, when I process these, I'll process them separately, so hopefully it'll give me a better idea of what I have, yield, quality. So we'll put down 328 there on that, so that's mobile pins. 329 grams. So again, I'm going to pause it there while I put these back in the jar and we'll move on to the next lot of pins. Okay, so we're back again. So next one again, more computer pins. So again, these have been taken from connectors on the computers. These ones are ones that have been used. So these will have a certain amount of wear compared to the one I haven't used, which was just gold flashed. As I said, they ones so hopefully be better yield off the other ones because they haven't been already used, so there'll be no wear on them. So this one again is another set of pins. So again, we'll just get a quick weigh on what they are from the computers. So again, you can see in there just a lot of gold pins, different types, different connectors, stuff like that. So again, that one there comes in at 392 grams. So 392 grams from the computer pins. So again, I'll just pause there for a second. I'll be back in a second once we've them loaded in. I've probably one more lot of pins to do, and then we'll be moving on to something else. Okay, so the last set of pins. So this jar here of computer pins, these are ones that are very little gold on them. Again, I keep them separate. So they're the ones we'd say with just tiny bits of gold at the tips of them. I know it's very hard to see it there, so it's just a little bit on the tip. So I'll keep them separate because again, I don't expect a great yield for them, but there is a lot of them type of pins on the computer boards. So like they're found in the RAM connectors, where the RAM connects onto the board. They're found in any of them other sort of slot card connectors. The other pins we would say would have been for connecting hard drives, stuff like that. They would be in the type of pin that would be used. But these ones for the RAM and stuff are very just tipped on them. That's all gold tips. So again, we'll have a look at them and see what our yield is like on them. So these are a bit more awkward to get out because they're well jammed in. So again, you can see there what I mean by little gold tips, and that one you can see is just gold flashed on the ends, and that's it. That's the type that I've tried to put into this, so that there are very little gold on them, and there is a few of them mixed in. Probably there would be a bit higher gold. So again, I'll put down on this probably, let me see what type of pen. We call them low grade or low grade pin. So 800 grams of them. So that's kind of all my pins, I think, at the moment. I'd probably have more somewhere else, but we'll just go with that for the moment, just to try and see kind of what I have, and guys give me a little estimates of what they think I should be getting out of these. Okay, I'll just pause while I pack these away again, and we'll be ready to go with the last few bits of stuff I want to show you. Okay, so these few bits here, I'm not really going to weigh up. I'm just going to show you what I have on them, because I don't have much at the moment. It's not really worth weighing up. So what else I collect is tantalums. So I'm not going to really process these. I'm hopefully collect them up and find a buyer maybe for them. I see there's people buy tantalums online, so I'm just going to do that up because I don't know how to process them, how to even start to go about processing them. But when they're on the boards, I kind of take them off. So I wasn't really doing that till lately, so that's why I have a very small jar there of them. I also have more tantalums. Going to separate them out, the blacks from the browny beigey colours. These here again are just what I also collect. Any little bits of gold flashing that I see on a board or on a connector, I just trim it down, and again I'll throw them in when I'm doing my fingers to process them around the same sort of time, just to see, I'll separate that. I'll do them separate. I'll do maybe when I have 100 grams of these, I'll do 100 grams just to see what sort of yield I get from 100 grams weight, and I can work it out from that. Also on this here is my SIM cards. So again, any mobile phones I come across, if they still have SIM cards in them, I just take them out. Again, very little gold on them, but it all counts up. So again, there's gold here and there's a little gold bond wire inside. So again, when I process them, it'll all add up to the total at the end. So that's again what I do there. Also, more gold here. These are from, if you look back at some of the videos, these are from taken off from the ink cartridges. So again, I just told them, again, they'll be processed the same way as I'll process the gold fingers, just to release the flashing from the actual chips themselves. So that's another thing I collect up. And the other thing I collect up are crystal oscillators. So again, that was something I didn't do, but I've just started doing it lately. When I'm at the boards, I'm as well to take them off. So this is just the crystal oscillators. I don't know, again, I've seen videos on how the processing get gold, silver out of them. A lot of acid is used in them, so you would need a good quantity to make it worthwhile. But I might do a video on them at a later stage. So hopefully as I get more subscribers, I'll try and do more videos. So that was them. And what else have I here for show you? MLCCs. So again, I collect up the old MLCCs. For processing. The older ones are better than the newer ones. A lot of the newer ones have zinc in them. The older ones would have your platinum and your silver. The problem is it's very hard to get the older ones. At the moment I've collected both. I was collecting them, but I've been finding out that a lot of the newer stuff won't have it in it. So even though I might have a couple of 100 grams there of the MLCCs, a lot of that might be newer stuff, so again I probably won't have a great yield of it. So I'll just see what MLCCs I actually have in there. So we'll just get an old count off these. How many grams of MLCCs? So in the MLCCs there I had 258 grams. So I'll just put them down. MLCCs 258 grams. We'll run through it at the end what quantities I had, so if anyone's watching, I'll run through it at the end again and we can just see what we had in quantities. And don't forget the second video I'll be doing, we'll be tearing down that IBM computer, so stay tuned for that as well to check out the second video when I upload it. Now, so the main other thing then I collect is, oh actually hold on before we go any further, I also have some more RAM chips that I'm only halfway through filling up the thing. So again, I might just do a quantity on them just to see how we're getting on with them. So we'll just zero that out and we'll just add them. So I get an idea of how much RAM I actually have in chips at the moment. Now I have more RAM to take the chips off. So again, these are the BGA types. So we'll just not too bad, over another kg at least anyhow. So, oh yeah, that's a lot more than I thought actually in that bucket of them. So in that of the BGA type I have 1563. So again, that was the BGA type, so another plus 1563. So that's a nice number again of BGA chip ones. And then I have some of the two-sided as well in another container, so we'll just zero that again. So again, more in here, so we'll just transfer them over here. Or actually, easier way, see what the container weighs and take it away from this other one. So zero that. Okay, because they're both the same containers. 192 grams. So we have here 1448. So 1448 minus 192 grams. 6. It's 5. 2. So 1256. So plus 1256 more in RAM chips. So again, that's a nice nice amount of RAM chips there. So hopefully with all them RAM chips I will hopefully get a nice amount of gold out of them when I go to process them. So again, keep an eye out for that video that I'll be doing. So last items I want to show you that I collect up is of course the chips, the actual processing chips from the boards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy a lot of this out. First I'm going to pause this, clear the table, because I have a nice quantity of these I want to show you. And once I've cleared the table here, we'll have a look at them, okay? Okay, so the last items I want to show you are my processing chips. So again, this is what I like to collect up. So as you can see here, I haven't really sorted them out yet. So I have some nice gold plated ones on both sides, gold pins, gold plated caps. So I have those type, which we'll just put aside there for a minute. Again, some other nice just fiber ones. So again, some more fiber ones. So another ceramic here with the gold cap in the center. This is what a Intel DX2 i486. So hopefully some nice gold on them. A lot of fiber ones. So as I said, I hadn't really sorted any of these out. This is just the first box now actually. So I haven't. I have another box of them again. So another fiber one, but no gold cap on this one. Hopefully some gold underneath there anyhow. So if anyone wants to tell me what's the best way of processing these, again another fiber. Another fiber, no gold cap. Not fiber, ceramic. Sorry, ceramics. And that last one was a ceramic. Again, I have a lot of these. These are the newer type chips. So again, you're looking just at gold pins. My plan is to heat them up to release the pins. I presume that's the right way of doing it. If anyone else wants to tell me that's wrong, or I'm doing it wrong, let me come back to me. So again, here's another nice ADM ceramic. Got a little chip in the old corner there, but these things happen. So it's going to be processed anyhow. So that's it. Some more fibres. So I'll put the fibres over here. These older chips, or newer chips, sorry, not older, newer. Again, some more ceramics. You can see there ceramics with the gold. Some of the gold looks like it's just coloured or lost some of the colouring of it. So I don't know if that's from oxidation. Well, gold doesn't oxidize. I don't know what that's from. A lot of pinless ones. So again, the way I'm going to process them is the same way as I process my fingers to release the gold. I'll remove this cap, and I'll use the HCl peroxide, or the HCl with the burnt copper in it, copper chloride to remove it. So again, I presume that's the right way of doing it. I have never done these, so if anyone has any advice on them, again, if anyone's done them in the yield, just let me know. So again, I have a lot of them. These type as well. These are just your Intel, is it no ADM Athlon 64s X2s. So I have a good few of them as well to go through. I class them as the newer type chips. So again, pinless, some more Athlons, some more one over here. Looks like it's an Intel. No, it's not. It's an AMD Semprons. So again, some more AMD Athlons and some more AMD Semprons. So just that's a regular 64. It's not an X2. Again, pinless. Some more just basic Intels. This one here is just a basic AMD, is it, or an Intel? No, it's a basic Intel. So again, these are one of the newer types. It's just a basic Intel. Basic Intels. Some more pinless. Pinless. I'm putting all the basic ones just separately for the moment, and I'm putting all the pinless there while I'm just on about it. So this one here again is a Intel Xron. That's an Intel Xron chip, so slightly different than the rest. Bigger plastic around them, or fibre. Gold there, again, hopefully the little golden fibre. More basic ones, more AMDs, another fibre one. Again, just your basic pinless. Pinless ones will be the most, I think, the least amount of gold. Now again, I could be wrong. Some more fibre. Another fibre, another ceramic. Again, no gold. There might have been a gold cap there at one stage, but there's no gold cap there anymore. Basics, pinless, more basics, pinless. So again, a lot of pinless stuff. Easy to come across the pinless stuff. A lot harder to come across the ceramics. As you can see from what I have here, like I have a lot of pinless over here. And I just have some more little RAM chimps got mixed in there. So we'll just put them back in with the BGA RAMs to add to my collection. Now, so that was one box, and then this is my main box of them. So again, in here, I'm not going to run through them all, but a lot of fibres. Some ceramics. So we have ceramics, fibres. Hopefully someday I'll sort through them all and stack them up so you get a better idea of what I have. But you can see there by the size of the box, all the way down. So again, some more fibres in here. So I have some nice fibres in here as well. Not too many ceramics. Ceramics are very hard to come across. I have the black fibres, which I think, looking online, looking at boys processing them, they don't really like them. They're a pain, they reckon. So I have a lot of them. Another ceramic here. Nice little ceramic one here. Another ceramic here. So all in all, I have a lot of processors to go through. A lot of ceramic ones, actually, more than I thought, in the ceramics. So, and I have another 2 or 3 laptops to take apart. I'm sure there's no ceramics in them, but it's another few processors. A lot of pinless in here as well. So what my plan is to separate the pinless from the newer type, and then have the ceramics, and then have the fibres. So again, try and get an idea of yield. If I can try and we'd say put all these type together. So for instance, if this was I think it's this AMDs, yeah. So I'll try and put all the AMDs 64s when I'm processing them together. So again, it gives you better yield. So again, if you're looking at buying these maybe online from Bucks, at least if you know a rough yield, it gives you a better idea that you won't overpay on them. That's the main thing I find is you'll overpay online if you're buying these chips. Some people see gold on them and they go, oh Jesus, I'm going to make a lot of money here in this gold. There isn't. A lot of this time, if you buy them, you're going to end up with these pinless ones. That's what you're going to end up with, a lot of pinless ones that people don't want. They'll just sell them online or put up for gold yield, gold recovery. Straight away, a lot of people panic and start bidding against each other, and all of a sudden you're paying 10 times the value of these when you recover them. So you're actually losing money on them. So don't be stupid out there overpaying for processors, because there's plenty of people out there who are happy to take your money if you're daft enough to overpay on the stuff. So again, like this box here, if this was online and there was fools out there looking to buy, I'd say about 600-700 chips there altogether. So if I was looking online, I could guarantee you if I tried selling them online, which probably is an easier way of doing it, but I'm more into the gold recovery, I want to recover it than ripping people off, I could guarantee a couple of €1,000 there. When people start bidding against each other for these chips, you throw one fibre in the picture, throw 10 pinless ones, a couple of the AMDs, a couple of that, put a price on it. When the delivery comes, all the people end up with is mostly the pinless ones. So that's what I have there at the moment in my chips. So I'll put all of them back together. So that's kind of it, what I wanted to show you today on that video. It's just what I've collected up so far, what I've ready for processing. So hopefully start to do the processing soon now. The other thing is coming into winter here in Ireland, so it can be a bit hard to process because temperatures get down. They don't get down as cold as they do in some of the places in America that I see some of you guys are processing in. But again, I work full time, so I work 10-hour days. So it's hard to get the time to do this. This is more a hobby, to be honest with you. Something that hopefully will bring a bit of extra cash when I have it all done. Might pay for a holiday, might do some, I don't know, something like that for me. These are taken, as I said, I try not to buy anything if possible online because you get ripped off. So these are from old computers I've come across from buddies of mine, friends, old workplaces that I used to work in where they were getting rid of their old computers. I used to hold on to them and process them. So we just put all this back into one box. Like, there's a lot of weight here of chips. I know they have plate and they have whatever on them, but there is a lot of weight of them there and that. I don't know where I left my scales. Here it is now. I know we have the box containers just to get a rough idea of what's in there. We'll just allow for the box, but like that's gone up past 4 kgs. I think is the limit this can do. Is it? No, 5. So that's gone up past 5 kgs of chips. This can only weigh 5 kgs by the weight of it there. Even taking into account the box and the rest, it's I'd say it's a good 10-12 kgs weight, maybe more, of chips. So that's kind of a nice yield hopefully off these. As you can see them all down here on the bottom, more chips. Bringing it a bit closer, so that's full of chips all the way down. Ceramics, pinless, fibres, more ceramic over here. Another AMDs I see. Some P2s are mixed in there as well. So like, you know, it's a nice stack. I'll have another one to add to it later on when I take apart this IBM that I was on about in my second video. Some more chips here. Actually, I forgot about these ones. So again, these are mainly pinless ones, as you can see there, pinless. These were all taken from newer laptops, I think these came out of. So they were newer laptops. So in some of the videos you've seen me taking apart some of the laptops. So actually some nice little fibre one. fiber, ceramic, fiber, another fiber, some more RAM. I need to take the stuff off. Again, some of the newer type chips. So these are Intel's, Intel, just I can't quite make out which Intel it is, but another Intel. This one here is another Simpron. Another Simpron. They were taken from computers there lately. I took apart. Some more pinless. So these are all pinned, but they're very little gold on them. But they all add up, I suppose, when you're processing them all through. When you have a lot of them, they'll add up. So again, another thing I like to collect, I didn't show you on this, is from the laptops. So these are where your mouse, control your mouse with your finger mouse. So again, these when processing down will have gold inside of them, just gold flashing. Some of them will be gold underneath when you remove the coating over them. So again, there's videos up there on how to do that. I will do a video as well on how to remove the coating when I come to my mobile phones, how to take the coating off the mobile phones, because some of the mobile phones will have gold hidden under them when I do them. So that's kind of it on this video. So check out the second video I hope to upload. So just a quick run through again. So on the mixed chips, I had 1750 plus 101, so that's 1851 grams of mixed chips. On the RAM Type 2, which were the ones with the two-sided connected to the board, so I had 4,256 grams. So that's a nice quantity there as well to be processed through, so hopefully a nice bit of gold off them. On the BGA type RAM chips, I had 5,563 grams. Then of my trim gold fingers, we had 1350 plus 818 plus 996. So who's good at the old calculations there? We'll have to get the old calculator out. I'm afraid I can't calculate that up that good. Probably could if I spent enough time looking at it. But we'll get the old calculator on the old mobile phone and we'll have a quick gander and see what it is. So clear. So we had 818 plus 996 plus 1350 gives me a total of 3,164 grams of trimmed fingers. BGA, the black tops or black capped, 703 grams. Mobile chips, so they were the mobile, again they were BGA type mostly of the mobile ones, 703 grams. Computer pins, so it's 405 grams on the mobile chips. Computer pins, I had 438 and 392, that'd be 914, I think, or 920 roughly grams. I'll have to calculate it up again in a minute. 920 will go at the moment. Grams of computer pins. Mobile pins, I had 329 grams. Low grade pins, they were the big jar of low grade pins, 800 grams, and MLCCs 256. So if anyone's to hazard a guess on what sort of yield, how much gold I should get, I know there'll be people out there now who'll just put down anywhere between 1 gram and 70 grams or 170 grams, just for the sake of doing that. But if anyone really does think they know a figure, an accurate figure, put it down, and when I do these through, I'll see what I ended up with, and we'll see how close I are, how good you are at working out your yields for it. So that's it for this video. So stay tuned for the second video, which will be coming up as well today, where I'll take apart this, tear down this, and we'll see what's inside of this. So thanks for watching this one, and don't forget to subscribe, like and share, leave a comment, and check out the rest of my videos.